Well, I mean, what are these? What are the files? Who wrote the files? Where did they come from? Are they FBI files? Are they Epstein's files? Are they Mossad's files? Are they Russian files? What are the files? Who is keeping tabs on all this shit?
So some of the files are the FBI. That's the most straightforward thing. There are basically 1,200 survivors and their lawyers who meet with an FBI agent and were interviewed. And they ask these survivors, tell us what happened to you. Tell us who else was involved. They're called 302 statements. Those statements should come out. They haven't released a single one of those. That's the first thing they should release. And then the FBI goes and interviews these men, suspects. Some of them may be innocent. I'm not saying everyone who the FBI interviews is guilty, but they have memorandum of that. They say, okay, when did you show up to the island? What were you doing? Why did you meet Epstein? They should release all of that. They have not released that. Then you have, so those are the FBI files. Then you have the Justice Department that took Epstein's computer and they've got all his emails. They've got the photographs. They've got his correspondence. They should release all of that. They haven't released any of that. We know that evidence in the Epstein computer will show who else was involved. Then you've got the Justice Department having these prosecution memos. Why does that matter? Because there was a brave assistant U.S. attorney who said there's 60 counts against Jeffrey Epstein back in Florida in the early 2000s, 2007. And they told her, drop the case, only charge him with 2 counts. When does that happen? 58 counts vanish. A guy who's raping underage girls only gets charged with 2 counts, is let out while under arrest to go continue to rape and abuse underage girls. Show us what those other 58 counts were. Show us why you decided not to prosecute. And then in 2019, there were co-conspirators who were named. Okay, Epstein wasn't alone. Suddenly, though, those co-conspirators are released. We don't have to prosecute the co-conspirators. Well, there's a prosecution memo explaining why the co-conspirators should have been prosecuted. Release that so we know why you chose to not prosecute people. Who are you protecting? Look, if you're not moved by the fact, picturing like a 7th grader being raped on an island, or think of like an 8th grader at a party with multimillionaires and politicians being paraded around naked and people with, drinks in their hand laughing. If you're not disgusted by that, be disgusted by the fact that rich and powerful people are so influential in this country that they had a president campaign on releasing the files. They've had a House of Representatives pass a law, the Senate pass a law, and they still can't get the damn files out. Like, doesn't that just make you